Secrets are never really a good thing. This is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. It's a story about grief, love, trauma, and also how one secret can change your entire life. So this story takes place mostly in New York City. It does a really great job of describing the city. It's very vivid, and you can totally imagine what these scenes look like in your head. Our main character is Theo. He's a 13-year-old boy at the beginning of the book, and he lives with his mother in a very small apartment in New York City. One day, they decide to skip school and go to see some paintings in a museum. While they're browsing the art at the museum, Theo and his mother get separated. Theo is absolutely amazed by this one particular painting, and he can't stop looking at it. And his mother is somewhere else looking at whatever she wants to look at. But suddenly, there's this huge explosion in this museum. It all happens so fast. Suddenly, Theo's on the ground, and everything around him is being destroyed. Everything has turned to rubble in the explosion. He tries to find his mom, but he can't. He can't really move anywhere because of all of the rubble in this explosion. A lot of people did, unfortunately, pass away in this tragic event, and his mother was one of them. For a few days, Theo just kind of wanders around New York City and going back to his apartment until eventually the social workers do show up and he's forced to kind of go on and live with some other families. Because he's 13, he can't live alone. But the thing is, he still has this painting. Amidst all this chaos, he didn't really ever tell anyone that he decided to try and save this painting. He starts to grow very attached to this painting. It's like a part of him. Wherever he goes, and he does go a lot of different places throughout his life, he always has this painting with him. I can also see how this is related to his mother. I mean, he really, really loved his mother and the time that they spent together. And having this painting from this event that eventually caused his mother to die, it might be some way of clinging to her. Because he was so young when she died and he didn't have any other adults around him, a lot of his mother's possessions were taken away from him. He doesn't really have anything to remember her by. So in some way, this could also be him just trying to hold on to a piece of his mother. As the book goes on, we see Theo go through a lot of different life events. We watch him grow up and also become a full adult. And as he's growing up, we can see how this one little secret has affected every single part of his life. He struggles with this fear that he's gonna be caught. Someone eventually will find out that he's the one who took this painting, and then he'll be in huge trouble. But the thing is, holding on to this anxiety and fear and guilt as you're growing up and even as an adult, it does change who you are. He doesn't really feel free to live his life. He is kind of nervous meeting new people. He's always afraid that the people that he's talking to, even though they have a really nice relationship, a really close relationship, he's always afraid that someday this person is gonna find out that he's been hiding this terrible secret. And then their opinion of him is gonna change and they won't like him anymore. So we do see Theo go through some really terrible moments in life because he's been keeping this secret. And personally for me, I read this book when I was going through kind of a hard time. I was also feeling like really anxious about my decisions and what I was doing in life. I did feel comforted when I was reading this. The way that Donna Tartt writes about grief and anxiety and all of these painful emotions really made me feel seen. And I really enjoyed reading this book, even though it doesn't sound like something extremely happy. I think this book is a lesson on letting go. Sometimes it's okay to let go of these things that we do love, or sometimes it's okay to acknowledge that maybe what you did wasn't right, but you can always make it right. And there is this plot twist at the end of this book, which I won't spoil for you if you want to read it, but it was honestly life-changing. So this book is a bit of a journey. It's very long and dense, but it's definitely a journey that I do not regret taking. That's my recommendation for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.